Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. However you happen to be watching and or listening to this, I want to welcome you to the latest episode of the Gaming Circle podcast. The podcast where this week we have too many stories to talk about. We have so much news. We have games that came out. We have shows that people saw and have thoughts on. And yeah, we have a real serious debate too. But before we get to all that, I am your host, TKO Sante, on all the places we like to communicate. And of course, I am joined by the slanderous one, Mr. Everborn Saga. How you doing this morning, sir?
I'm all right. You can't see me right now, but I'm actually on the Oculus Quest 3 as we speak.
And hiding your face like the coward you are, sir. Yes,
absolutely. I don't want to look like a clown out here, but maybe I'll turn the camera on. You guys will see what's happening. I'm trying to get that new update because
maybe I'll put mine on too.
Yeah.
And then we can both be weirdos.
We'll have a tech talk section, right? But this is Vision Pro week. And so I said, let me dust off the old Quest 3 and compare what I'm seeing in those reviews to what's right here. 500 versus 3,500. So
yeah. We'll get into that because I want to have that because there's some cool tech conversations and I want to have it because we have and a reason I want to have it because we have great guys here who also themselves. He's looking around like what? Also have that tech side, can handle the grown man talk as well as the tech talk. And of course, I am talking about the dynamic duo from the Gamers Council. First, I'll welcome Mr. Web Dave. Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for having us on. And like Retri, I have my coffee, but in a lot bigger container.
I know. What the hell?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go today, man. Let's do it.
And of course, the second half of that dynamic duo, we have Retri, Game Pass Daily, sir. How are you doing this morning?
Sir, I'm doing good, man. He's got coffee. If I drink coffee, I'll be in the bathroom in 5 minutes. So I'm doing tea this morning.
Oh,
we're doing tea. Yeah.
See, when we do tea, we put a pinky in there, sir. You got
to.
Yeah, that's right. I forget. I always forget the pinky. Yeah. I got my biscuits over here as well.
I'm so happy to have you guys here. It's excellent to have you here. Folks, you know these guys. If you don't know, you definitely should be. When the show posts, they will be in the show notes. Go to the Gamers Council. Check out the show. It is required viewing since Game of Thrones is no longer with us on Sunday evenings. Yeah. That is my required viewing. So I'm always in the chat. I'm always on there watching. Great show you guys put on, the Gamers Council. People should check it out. But you will see those stuff in the show notes. Go subscribe. Show the people some love. But yes, here we are. Before we get started, though, in earnest, let's do a few housekeeping notes. Mr. Everborn Saga, sir, are we having a show next week?
We're not having a show for the next 2 weeks because yours truly is getting married and you will be there.
Oh, so there we are.
You're so no, you and I are not getting married. I'm getting married. You'll be there.
2024, right. It's fine.
It's all fine.
Let it fly.
Okay, man.
Let it fly, everyone.
It's okay. You can
tell the truth,
you
brother.
Be honest.
Yeah.
I told you not to tell people that, man.
So yeah, man, 2 weeks. I'll be. I mean, again, you'll be there too. But we'll be in the Dominican Republic.
Nice.
Not with the lady I've already been calling my wife for the better part of a decade.
There you go.
So, yeah. You know,
congratulations, man. I honestly already thought you were married. You guys seem like such a married couple online that I assumed you guys. I mean, you are.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Yeah.
She's finally gonna make an honest man out of you.
Yeah. But awesome. Yeah, I mean, we've been raising kids together, living together for many years, so might as well actually make it official, even though it's been official.
So nonchalant. Might as well.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. But no, this is great. So for folks who are asking, we may not have a show next week, and most likely not a show the week after. But guess what? We will both be in the Dominican Republic. So maybe at some point, maybe the iPhones may come out, and we may say hello to the community in one way, shape, or form. It should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
I love the DR, man. Are you guys going to Punta Cana? Like, where you
we are actually. We're going to the La Romana Hilton.
Not know exactly where that is, dude. I love that
all
area.
Right.
You guys are gonna have a blast. Yeah.
See, and Sith Lord is upset in the chat. He says he did not get his invite, sir.
No invite. Yeah.
One of them invites going to be sent out, man. One of them invites going out. And boy, ladies and gentlemen, maybe I'll do an unboxing of the invite. That invite is something else.
The invite that we brought you. Do you have it? Do you have it like
it's in the living room? It needs to be under glass.
Is it anime?
Oh boy.
Is it like is
no,
it animated?
They should see it. I don't have any more left.
Okay, so I'll text my wife and see if she'll bring it. But let me just say, when this invite comes to your house, you're going. Because if you're not going, you cost them a lot of damn money. You the damn invite. But yes, it was an awesome invite. They came by. They invited us and
dropped it off in
kids,
person.
The whole thing.
Florida.
Yes, sir. Yes, they dropped it off in person because it's that worthy, sir. Plush, suede. There's a whole thing. We're gonna bring it. Don't worry.
Ooh, man, you're popping this thing up. This thing better be like a 3D pop-up or something. I don't know. Man. This thing better have some gold glitter on it or something.
It came with a choice beverage. I'm just saying.
What?
It's a whole thing. It's in
now
glass,
I'm mad
sir.
I didn't get an invite.
So yes, it was a to-do, and we are proud to be able to come and represent for the Man Everborn Saga. It'll be a great time. I'm looking forward to it. But that will be next weekend. So because of that, you will most likely not see us. Well, most likely you will not see us on the Gaming Circle podcast that Saturday. And the Saturday after, of course, the man will be on his honeymoon and well-needed rest. So after this show, if I can't put something in the feed, you'll see us in earnest in 2 weeks. So that's the first bit of housekeeping news.
Yeah. Bellantone in the chat says Highborn Saga and K Sleepy. I like those names.
K Sleepy.
K Sleepy.
Indeed. All right. Second bit of housekeeping note. Join the Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Please join the Discord. We've been having a great time in that Discord. We've been having some slanderous conversation. We've been doing things we wouldn't do on this show. I'm gonna tell you that. But it's real fun and people really enjoy it. And we've been having some good debates, and there's really interesting things there. We're planning on doing special Discord only shows potentially. When cool.
Hold on a minute. Now, we kind of already do Discord only shows. It's just not anything.
It's just not official.
And
yes.
So every time there's been an event like the Developer Direct or
we are all in there. That's right. Yep.
We hop in one of the live channels and we all talk through it, and everybody hangs out. We talk and do those things, and we have these other private chats. Those are for sharing the industry secrets, the juicy juice, as I like to call it,
the juicy juice.
On top of the Discord, if you're not a member, if you're not subscribed to the channel, right? If you're not a channel member, you should consider it. We have 3 tiers. And listen, we got a wedding to pay for. So I'm just saying.
Sell it.
I'm just saying, we got 3 tiers. There's the missionary gamer. Shout out to John Wolf. We got
we have the hooved and bots, or the bots and hooves, hove hijinks, yeah. And to charge them more.
Charge them more. And if you follow this channel, you know exactly what that means.
What we're talking about. That's right. That's right. Yes.
Right. Check it out. And what we also do, and I haven't done it in like 2 weeks now because we've been getting ready for the wedding. But every time I work on the Everborn games, I do it live, and we just go sort of in the chat. So that's one of the benefit of becoming a channel member or just joining the Discord, which doesn't cost you any money to join the Discord. Absolutely. So I always do that, and those dev live streams are always there for everybody, whether you're a channel member or not. So check it out. It's pretty cool, I think, and we have some very interesting discussions there.
Absolutely. And by the way, shout out to the man, Mr. Joanna Dark, first super chat of the day. $5 super chat. We appreciate you, good sir. He says, hello, K, Steam Deck, OLED, Asante, Everborn gonna beat Mario Saga, Code Red Street Veronica, and Web Dave. Wow, what Web Dave gets the only one that gets respected in here? What's going down?
Yeah,
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who stars on Sonic 3.
It's the old man thing.
I want to shout out to Mr. Joanna Dark because
I was about to.
His very own YouTube channel where he's reviewing PC handhelds.
Indeed.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
Yes, and we have called him the handheld master for years because the man deserves said moniker, and now he will show you why.
I feel the handheld master.
That's not enough.
It looks like
I want to say pause, but I want.
he looks like the kind of guy that needs to get a grip
I'm
on
gonna
it.
give you a warning on that one.
No.
There's a flag on the field. There's a flag on the field for that.
You
baby.
see, he calls me Steam Deck OLED Asante. He calls you never ever gonna beat the Mario Saga, and we can't call him the handheld master. I'm sorry. One deserves the other.
I'm just saying there's a flag on the play. That's it.
I understand. But salute to Mr. Joanna Dark. People should go check out his stuff. I will actually put his stuff in the show notes as well. Go check out his stuff. Whenever I need some tutelage on which handheld I'm going to next, I reach out to my brother and he gives me some pointers because he has it all. He literally has it all. And if he doesn't have it yet, it's on pre-order. So that is a channel that I think we all need, so salute to you.
I don't know where the money is coming from to get all these damn handhelds. Every week this man has a new handheld. I just want to know who's funding it. That's it.
And oh, by the way, he's part of the 4090 club too. So
oof. Yeah, come on now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're gonna stop putting people on Front Street and we're gonna start getting into this show proper. So if you haven't done so already, as I'm supposed to do as the host of this show, I will tell you to please consider hitting that like button because we giving you great stuff on a Saturday morning. Consider becoming a channel subscriber. That's free. No one's gonna charge you for anything. We appreciate you doing that. And if you want to take us to that next level, obviously the memberships are also there for you as well. Don't want you to do any of that if you cannot afford it. We don't want to put anybody out in any type of situation. That's terrible. Just appreciate your support. Thank you guys so much for being here. So I guess we will start this thing proper, talking about some games we've been playing, but I won't put any stuff on the screen just yet. I will put it in a little bit, but I'll start with my guests, and I'll start with Retri this time around. Retri, what's new on your playlist? What you been playing this week?
Ooh, new, not too much new. I've been playing Palworld. I don't know if you've heard of this game. It's a little indie game that's out there.
Never heard of it.
Taking the world by storm because it deserves it.
I hear Doug Bowser is like turning over in his bed every night.
Yeah, Bowser's probably not happy. I mean, he's basically in the game. I don't know if you've played it, but he's basically in there. Yeah, I love that game through and through. It's just it's got its hooks in me, kind of like Starfield did and Elden Ring did. Like I'm trying to think of the games that have really like held my attention this much in the past years, and those are the games I think of, and this game is that for me right now. So completely love that game. And I might have played the one that just came out on Steam, Tales of Kenzera. I did play that, so we definitely get to talk about it.
Excellent.
Yeah,
excellent.
We're gonna talk about that one. And it was tough because I had to pull myself away from Palworld, so that was tough.
Oh, that's a difficult situation. Yes.
It was very difficult for me. I'm not even gonna lie. But Tales was as soon as that came out, I knew this game was gonna be good. Like I just watching it, watching the gameplay, I was like, this looks like Ori +1. Like so I'm here for
Ori
Tales.
with a little bit of Black Panther vibes.
Yeah, you kind of like Prince of Persia kind of in there too. So yeah, we'll obviously talk about that. And I played Silent Hill, the short message.
The short message,
well.
Yeah. I want to hear your thoughts on the short message, please, because I haven't played that yet. Yes.
Yeah. Should I talk about it right now?
Please go for it.
Or do you want me to? Okay. All right. The only thing silent in that game is the gameplay. It's doo-doo. It's not good. Like, it's not Silent Hill the way I think Silent Hill should be done. It's like a 2-hour demo. I mean, it looks good. I think aesthetically, the graphics are great. The music's really good. We know, who did the music. Old school Silent Hill guys were part of this team. But gameplay, it's just not there. It's a walking sim 100%. You're either walking or you're running. So I found it very boring. And
how long is it? Have you beaten it?
It's like, I beat it. It's like 2.5, probably 2.5, 3 hours for me.
Okay.
It took me a little while. One of the puzzles near the end puzzle is just you running, and it just keeps conforming to like different rooms, and you have to go the right direction and pick up the right things before the puzzle ends. You could be in that puzzle for 30 minutes alone if you don't go in the right direction. which kind of annoys me a little bit.
So
But
you know
there's-
what? Real quick, I ask
go for it.
because and this is maybe my slander showing on a Saturday morning. The first thing I
Sure.
said when I saw that, and we will talk about the PlayStation show as well. We're here for that as well. First thing I saw
Yeah.
was like, PlayStation giving something away for free? I need to know what the catch is.
There's
And
a
now
catch.
I think I know. Now you're
There-
telling me what the catch is. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's why I
Continue.
wanted to. That's why I wanted to know. I was like, okay. First of all, I hadn't turned on my PlayStation in a hot minute. It just basically when I turned it on, blew a bunch of dust out the back. But I was like, all right, I'm a big Silent Hill fan. I'm an old school Kojima fan. I am not a new school Kojima fan. I want to make that very, very clear.
Okay.
I think he's overhyped. But this game was just, there was like a lot of like teenage angst and stuff, and I'm in my 40s now, and I wasn't feeling the narrative that was going on in this game either.
Overly
it felt
angsty?
a little, like annoyingly angsty. It's definitely like looping around some very heavy topics like suicide and stuff like that. And I respect that when games go in directions that are touchy or very scary to even try to encompass, right? Like that's because you're gonna get some shit for, excuse me, I'm already swearing.
Oh no,
You're gonna get some stuff.
You get one.
You're gonna get some
That's yours.
yeah, I get one. All right, yeah, put it in a swear jar. You're gonna get some stuff if you screw up a topic that's this heavy, but it wasn't hitting for me. Like the whole teenage angst was just, like you said, it's too much angst. It was a little too heavy on one side. But I don't know if anyone in the chat played it, but that's
a good thing. Yes,
me, man.
Yeah,
it just
please chat. Let us know. Have you tried it?
Yeah.
I downloaded it. I was like, hey, they're giving something away for free. My brain went, there has to be an asterisk, and I've been hearing asterisks all day about those who have played it. So yeah, let us know.
I don't think
it's
scary either.
Okay.
I don't think it's very scary at all.
Okay.
Which
and
I'm
we will
a
talk
wuss.
about the
So-
the state of play properly. So we'll get to all of them proper. But if you've played it, let us know. Let's get that off the top. Oh yes, and before we continue, Sith Lord with his slander. And by the way, thank you, Sith. Always great helping promote, letting people know we hear. We appreciate you, sir. He drops a $2 super chat and says, "Congratulations to the K Asante X Everborn wedding. Let's go, bro." Okay, we will move quickly along because before they broke my show when I had John Wolf on here, and they call one became the mistress for some reason, and now we get married. There's a narrative building here, ladies and gentlemen. It's very odd, but okay. And of course, I see Mr. Joanna Dark, who refuses to let me go. He will not stop until everyone acknowledges the name. I won't even say it. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Web Dave, sir,
Right,
how about
Dark.
you? What has been the games that are on your playlist this week?
Just Palworld, man. Been playing the crap out of it. 48 level right now. So
Wow.
and just having a lot of fun and digging into a lot of stuff and just still learning more stuff every time I play. Something else is like, ooh, I need to try that. So yeah, I love it, man. Just
Y'all
it's
are
just
really
very
gonna
good
get me to
games,
play
very
this game,
fun.
aren't you? You really
Dude,
are.
it's a
gonna
lot
want
of
to
fun.
play.
So much
it's
fun.
so good.
You know the problem.
Yeah.
So good.
You know the problem. I have literally tried playing this game 3 or 4 times. One thing I refuse to do is download it until I've tried it and it gets its hooks into me. So I keep trying to play it on like the cloud, and every time I get to the cloud,
but
it
it's so
says 8
small.
minutes, 12 minutes. I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
well, that's
It's so
okay.
small,
all
dude.
right.
That's
Well,
your-
that's
that's
a
your
you problem because you
It's
chose
only
definitely
mess with
a
the cloud.
eggs.
it is a gray
It's only
beard
6
problem.
eggs, man. Super small.
Gray
It's
beard
big.
problem.
I ain't got time. 8 minutes. I ain't got
It's
time
a
for that.
6 gigabyte game, dude. It's very
Gray beard problem.
But
But
yes, like
yes.
the attention deficit disorder is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But
You gotta give it a fair
Dude, it's-
shot.
I
okay?
need to. I need to. I know I do. Everybody's on me about it, and I gotta try it. Maybe I'll try it today. The kids. Well, see, that's the thing. I want to play with the kids, but then they whip out the chain guns and stuff, and I'm like, okay, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? But okay.
but
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
it starts if you all start off together, you can create just a separate world multiplayer,
Mhm.
and then everybody start there, and then it's like you do it together. So it's a lot easier helping with the base and everything. So there's
Okay.
several. Like I said, you can play it by yourself. You can play it with multiplayer.
I hear it's good. I hear it's
just
good.
want to try
I
it,
do.
man. It's
I
fun.
do. I hear it's good. I have to get out of my get out of my gray beard, get off my lawn ways and give this thing a shot. I really do. I know everybody just keeps saying that, and the more they do, the more I'm like, I don't want to play this thing.
You could be the guy. You could be the guy who just never played it.
I am Everborn Saga in that. Hey, this game is amazing. Nah, man, it didn't grab me.
Yeah, exactly.
I am avoiding Palworld like the plague.
Oh,
because you're scared. You're scared.
Because you know
of
you have
losing
to
your
go back
life
in and
to
change
it.
your game again, right?
No, it's not.
I'm
Well,
just kidding.
no, that
Teasing.
that could come from me.
I will
playing,
pause the conversation for just a
Zau.
quick moment. I apologize, Everborn. Pause that for just a moment because I have to stop the show as the host and give respect to the man Joanna Dark, who just gifted 5 memberships in the chat. Salute to you, good sir. That's amazing. Thank you, man. We appreciate it. That's amazing. That's so cool. Thank you. That's awesome. I'm sorry. Continue. So cool.
There are a lot of things I'm learning from Prince of Persia and Tales of Kenzera right now, or Zau. Just because I'm working on a 2D platformer. But with Palworld, I'm avoiding it because I believe it is as good as you guys are saying it is. And ain't nobody got time for that right now. I cannot put another 1,000 hours into a game.
Right.
Because that means I'm not going to be playing all of these other things. And that can either wait, or if it's an endless game, I'm never going to touch it. And I don't apologize.
It's kind of endless. That's why I stopped playing Valhalla.
Everybody's like, this is why I'm so like, well, maybe we'll talk about it. I don't know. Like, it's my whole thing with Halo. I'm sure Halo Infinite multiplayer is fantastic, but I'm not into any game where I just don't do multiplayer, and I don't do those things that's designed to keep you playing. I need to have a beginning, middle, and end that is clear so I can weigh the time I'm putting into a game versus how much is left in it. And, that's just how I do it. So when I see everybody talking about Palworld and it's kind of endless, I'm like, oh, I'm off that train. Yeah. But more power to you.
Yo, iMill says, K. Asante, standing is an exercise. Get a treadmill. I sleep standing. I'm a pony.
Oh, no.
Yo.
Oh.
Well, one thing, iMill, I have a treadmill, and it's coming. Actually, it'll be right here. But needless to say, I appreciate the self-deference there, sir. That's amazing.
You know what?
I appreciate you standing, Kay.
I actually have
good for your health.
An elliptical literally right next to my desk.
Behind you. When was the last time you used it, sir?
No, it's not behind me anymore. It's next
Why are you
to the
gonna put him
desk,
on blast?
I use it all the time because it's literally like I can. Okay, you've seen my
There's clothes hanging on that. There's clothes.
Retro, you know the reason why I'm giving this slander? When I bought this standing desk, Everborn's like, you're gonna use that for 2 days. I'm never gonna see you standing again.
I got a standing desk too. I almost never use it as standing. My wife's constantly.
So whenever I get a chance to skewer the man, I must. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what? Wow. We're just gonna allow that. This is what
the show ended before it began. Good night, everybody.
Morning, y'all.
Wow. Okay.
Oh Lord, continue, sir. Continue.
You remember where the refrigerator was right next to my desk? So I removed the refrigerator, which had
and now
snacks,
you have the thing on it, of course.
and now the not the treadmill, the elliptical. So a lot of the times I'll just step to the right, get on a call. I got the big monitor there. Monitor's right in my face. I'm working. I could probably do this show on the elliptical. I'm not.
The man is trying to fit into the tux. I understand.
So you want to turn the camera on so we can see all this real quick?
Please, while you got the VR headset on, come on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What a situation. But okay, before we go full bore, Everborn, any other games you've been playing before we start talking fully about Zau?
I mean, I have been playing a lot of Prince of Persia, and it is like, and again, Zau's not out, so I'm not comparing this to Zau.
That's right.
I've only played them for a little bit.
Yep.
But it is my favorite game of 2024 so far. And it is like, I just love everything about the game. The production value, the art, the characters, like everything is so good. It feels
the prince is back, baby.
So
yes, sir.
Good. just to do jumps, wall jumps, and how they
Mhm.
introduce new powers, and the
Yep.
combat is sweaty, right? If you
Yep.
if you want to focus on combos, you can. The way you upgrade things, I'm all about this game, and I will preach to whatever choir is listening that this is what gaming is about. It is not about, again, it's not about battle passes. It's not, those are business models. And when
Mhm.
games are designed around around the business model as opposed to being around the core gameplay mechanics, that's where I live. And again, I'm not
Ubisoft,
saying
are you
anything about
listening?
this,
I hope you're listening, Ubi. Good job, by the way.
no, well, listen, I'm just saying, but again, forget about Ubisoft listening. They made the game. People aren't buying the game. Only
No?
300,000.
Of course. Yeah,
Seriously?
I saw the number.
That
I
is
saw
a
the
crime.
numbers.
That is a crime. People need to buy that game. It is so good.
Now-
Oh man.
Now, to be fair, maybe it's still working out for them because I'm sure this didn't have like a $50 million budget, right?
Yeah.
And also,
Um,
I'm sure people subscribe to their subservice to play it because I did that. And
I mean, I
then I
did.
discovered I might enjoy it, other games there, so I might stay with that subservice for a while. So they got something out of me. Yes, I will. I'm actually playing. I'm planning on playing Avatar.
You're
After.
not gonna stay on that service as soon as
I
your
am
month
planning
is
on
done,
playing
you're not-
Avatar after.
Don't do it. Yeah.
Well, I gotta
That-
see the
listen,
4090
listen.
look. You know.
I did not. I got a bone to pick with that service. That nobody, no, that service does not deserve your subscription. I'm sorry, it is not
Ooh.
priced. It does not deserve
and that is coming from Game Pass Daily, so you know where his biases lie.
Well, okay, I got a little bit. Look, here's the thing, though. Caveat: I'm gonna do as I talk, some smack about it. I'm doing the same thing as Kay is. I'm definitely subbing to it for Prince of Persia. But like to Everborn's point, I'm jumping off it as fast as I jump on it because, in my opinion, I think it just sets a bad precedent for people to sub to a service like that that's got 60 games at best. And I just don't think the value is there for the exact same money as Game Pass.
Not sustained value, right? Not sustained value.
Not right.
Right?
Not.
But if you want to play Avatar, if you want to play Avatar
Exactly.
and the Prince, and you don't want to pay the $70 for Avatar and whatever it is for the Prince, you sub for 2 months and you got your value.
I agree. I agree.
And now another thing, like before I wag my fingers at the gaming audience, we also have to take into account that Ubisoft did not price this game well.
I agree.
Right? You cannot tell me, because this game basically cost the same amount as Alan Wake 2.
Yep.
Wow.
That's a problem.
Wow. Holy.
Same amount as what Hellblade 2 is going to cost you.
Yep.
And I understand, listen, I'm the
that.
first one to say it. You can have 2D based AAA games for that genre. I get it. And that's what this would be. But you cannot, like, that's not how people view that particular genre. And you can one of the greatest representations of that genre. They didn't come out there saying, all right, we're gonna charge you $50. You know what I mean? Like you
should have been around 30.
Again,
I see thirsty below
I like
there.
30
$30. That's a sweet spot.
Even 40 would have been okay. Something less than the other ones would have offset it so the conversation doesn't go.
But you know what we're talking about here, right?
But wait a minute. Hold on. We are looking what a properly priced game can do. Look at what Palworld is doing at $30.
Bingo.
Right? Because again, you want to sell people who maybe have played a lot of these 2D platformers, and you want to say, hey, look at us, get this. And the thing about Prince of Persia is people remember Prince of Persia, even though it started as a 2D platformer, they remember the 3D one, and they're looking at this as like, this is the cheap version. Why are you charging $50 for this? If you charged $30, I think you would have made it up in volume.
And Everborn, the reason why you are so right is it started with 2D and then it went 3D, right? It started 2, went to 3D, and then you gave it back.
You said,
I'm sorry?
You said I was right. I just didn't, I wasn't sure.
He just wanted to cut you off. He's like, you're good. Okay. You said I was right. Move on.
Sorry, go ahead.
And this is the bone that I have to pick with Ubi. had they kept with the prince, had they kept giving him AAA games, then we'd be fine, right? You dropped him in favor of Assassin's Creed, which I like as well, but I was a little salty. And now you bring him back and you want to charge full price for it. Yeah, you're training your consumer in the wrong way.
And you didn't put it on Steam. There's a lot of people that don't even know the UB Connect or whatever the Ubisoft launcher exists, right? Like, so they had, again, snatched defeat from the jaws of victory.
They do.
This is I don't know if it got a 90, but it got close to a 90 meta, right?
Yeah,
and
which it deserves.
Every point that it got. It is my favorite game right now, but you charge $50 for it, right? Not everybody's going to be an idiot like me and buy it twice for Xbox and then PC.
Everborn Frivolous Purchase Saga. You know what it is. Let's go.
Well, again, you can call me Everborn Cross Progression Saga. How about that? Xbox. But the thing is, you didn't put it in Steam. You
it's crazy.
You charged $50 for it, and like, I just don't know what they were thinking, man.
You know what they were thinking. They're a bit desperate right now, right? They have not had a real unabashed success in a while.
$50 is not desperate energy for a 2D platformer. That's my poop doesn't stink energy, right?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
That's Return of the King, ladies and gentlemen. Return of the King.
I think I'm him energy, right?
Yeah.
So,
Dave, we haven't heard from you, sir. Have you played this game by any chance? Like Prince of Persia?
No, I have not.
Oh,
you
should try it. You should try it, man. Yeah, you should try it. I think
he'll play Prince of Persia when Everborn plays Palworld and U2K. Actually plays it.
Okay.
Oh, right. Well, then this weekend you're gonna start seeing some clips of me with Palworld out there. We're gonna do that.
Yeah,
but
it's all good.
No, but seriously, I really love the game. I don't know if you ever get a double jump, but every time I unlock a new power, I'm like, this is gonna be the double jump.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that too. I've been waiting for the
double jump yet. Really? That's usually in the beginning.
I've been waiting for that as well.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
I see Paris in the chat. Paris, I need to discuss this with you because we have a whole topic dedicated.
We're not doing that today. We're not doing it. We want to get out of the show concise. We're not doing that today.
If you don't do it, we're not going to talk about it for 2 weeks and everybody's going to forget. It's the same thing. The energy that people have.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Same energy people have for sports. I said it, and I don't care who don't like
Sith Lord with a $2 super chat saying, now I want this podcast to be done on treadmills. Thank you, sir.
I didn't come here for exercise.
Yes.
For the smoke. Let you know, okay.
We will do
love you, Paris.
that. But we're not doing that right now because oh boy, that's gonna be another 4-hour show.
One little thing before we move on. I love you, Paris. I'm with Everborn on that one.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
okay.
Throw it out there.
Okay.
Paris, I'm on your side always. So
of course you are, you chicken.
No. Wow. Paris is
That's
the
fine.
man.
It's fine.
So okay,
I'm with Everborn.
Let us talk. Because we've been talking around it, before we move on to news and all these things, because I know everyone wants to talk about this analogy that he made, and Paris is in the chat. We're at least going to get that ball rolling. But before we do, I want to give this game some time to shine. And the game I am talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is the game that I have been playing, among other games that we play. We all play a bunch of games, but I know everyone played it. We alluded to it in the beginning. And that game is Tales of Kenzera Zau. It is just a demo right now, but and before I even start this talk of this game, I must warn you, I am completely biased. Take my thoughts here with that grain, because these are the type of games that I have been advocating for a long time. Let me tell you a quick story. There's a reason why this show is called the Gaming Circle Podcast. Way back when, I lived in the Netherlands. And on a beach called Scheveningen, as the Dutch people know how to say that, there's a cul-de-sac, a little round circle where myself, my 13-year-old Kay Asante, and a bunch of other people, well, 14, 15, bunch of other kids. You've seen my buddy Mashano Loon come on the show, developer extraordinaire. he was my buddy. We all spend our time in the circle. And when we were there drinking things we shouldn't be drinking, we were talking about the days where we will get your GTA in like freaking China somewhere, or like we want different voices from different places, different stories. Like and even then we were thinking it was becoming too repetitive, right? And since that time, the gray beards are out, and it's still been the same thing. And every once in a while, you get something special. And I honestly think this is that, right? So I am super excited, and of course, completely biased because it's kind of cribbing from my culture. Like once you play it a little bit, it has a very Anansi story kind of a thing. Anansi, the word Anansi has become more popular because of Neil Gaiman and Everborn. You were talking about that. We were talking about it in the green room. It's basically Anansi Boys is specifically is the Neil Gaiman one. Yeah. It's basically folk tales, but told from an African perspective. Those are our tales, right? Like, and it always has morality. There's never a straight answer, but it's always super interesting. And that is the frame that these stories are taking. And of course, this is a game you saw announced. When was this thing announced? I think it was announced on the Game Awards.
The Game Awards.
It's Game Awards, I think, right?
That's right.
Yeah, because he was out there.
That's right.
Which is awesome.
And of course, another reason why I'm biased. This was the voice actor to my for me the best Assassin's Creed out there, which was Assassin's Creed Origins, Team Bayek Forever, and he happened to be the voice of this, and he also put a lot of his energy, his time, his money. This is his studio, this is his project, and he's also the voice actor. Right?
Also, if you watch on Max, there's a really good show called Raised by Wolves.
Yes,
that's what I was going to talk about.
He is the voice. Yes,
that's how I know him.
Well,
Absolutely.
not the voice. He's the actor that plays
He's
the
the actor that
star.
plays
That's live action.
He's father.
Yes. So
Very
needless
good
to
in
say,
that
I come into this with a lot of biases because I want this to succeed. I'm rooting for it. And then, we reluctantly started playing it. What you're seeing here is basically the demo is about 40 minutes or so. It's not too long, but and Everborn, we'll get into it. I feel like maybe, and I hope this is the case. I don't know for sure if this is the case, but when the game starts, they throw a lot at you, right? It's a demo. So by the end of the demo, you must get a sense of what you're playing. So it's like you start off and they tell you a bit of the story, and then you get mechanic after mechanic after mechanic after mechanic, and they're just like going through the motions, trying to show you all the pieces of the puzzle that make up this game. And we'll talk about how that all comes together. But Retri, since you tried this, I will let you start.
Yeah.
What did you think of this thing? Did you finish the demo?
I finished it. Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I was looking forward to this game big time since it was announced, because I've been looking for an Ori replacement for a while, and I haven't played Prince of Persia yet. I'm gonna sub to the service to play.
This is more Ori than Prince of Persia is. I'll say that.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good. Well,
that.
that's kind of what I felt like when I was playing it. It does feel very Ori-esque, and I don't want to take away from what these guys did. It's very colorful. It's very beautiful. And I like the story up front. It gets you in your feelings like right away. Yep. Talking about his father and whatnot. So it hits home. But for me, this is like the platforming type of games that I want to see. Like, just like you saying, Kay, you want to push stuff like this forward. So don't I. Like when I love playing like the AAA games. I love stuff like this when it comes to the Game Pass. But the other side of that, what got me into smaller games like this one is Game Pass, and that I want to see more experiences like this get into Game Pass. That's which we know it's going to. It's it's one of the EA games, so eventually this game will hit Game Pass. But knowing what it's priced at right now, I think it's gonna be $18. At least it was on Steam. I don't know what it's gonna be on console, but that is definitely worth it in my opinion. Just even playing for 45 minutes, it doesn't take long to get into. This is basically the exact opposite of the experience I had with Silent Hill, where I was like, where's the gameplay? When's it gonna get good? This is good, like almost instantaneously. Like it does, it's literally like within minutes. I really like the story. I like the whole concept of the powers from, you know, he's a shaman and the different powers that he gets.
He got the
from
powers
the
of the sun,
masks.
the mask from the sun,
the
and the
sun
mask
and
from
the
the
moon.
Yes,
right. And I like the option to, just like Avowed when they talked about switching weapons on the fly, which is the one thing that very much caught me when they talked about Avowed at the Direct. Switching back and forth, like just on the fly without having to do anything weird in this game is really cool. Just LB, boom. Now I'm playing as basically kind of like a sun god.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go for it.
And I talked to Kay about this. He doesn't think that this is the case, but Kalunga, the god that he's bargaining with, the god of death.
Yes.
Is it me or does he sound like Jaimin Hansu?
Who? I'm sorry, for those who know.
Kind of.
For those who don't know,
I thought you were going to say something else. Okay.
No. He sound. I wonder if they got him to do the voice acting. Like.
That would
I mean, we should be able to figure that out, right?
Is a Hollywood guy, right?
That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
It's not far off to say that he could get him.
Yeah.
That I don't know. I actually thought you were going to say something else because I was about to stop you from saying like don't do a spoiler or something because I have a theory about him as well.
Okay.
But maybe, I'll just shut up because I don't want to spoil anything.
I mean, Everborn, the look of Kalunga is kind of like Jaimin as well.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like him and it sounds like it. I feel like he's doing the voice.
Yeah, could be. I mean, this is just a demo. We haven't seen the full breadth of it. Maybe they come out and they're doing some press and it does seem that way. It does.
This game is so beautiful, though. I love like the colors in this game. I just love it, man. Like they got like just like deep purples and stuff like that too. Like the aesthetic throughout, from the UI to the actual things that are in the game, is very pleasing to the eye. So it's just a gorgeous game, man. And it's fluid. It's so fluid. It feels. You could feel like the frame rate in this game. It's definitely
where did you play this?
I played this on Steam. I mean, I think that's the only place you can play it, right?
Well, I guess he's asking what hardware. What did you play it on? Beefy PC or handheld? How'd you play
this? I have a 4070, so it's not bad by any means.
You're doing it. Yeah. Did you feel it? What's your average frames? I'm sorry, Everborn. Average performance.
Well, I mean, I was probably. My average probably on most games, depending on what I tweak it at, it's probably 120. I didn't actually measure it what I was getting on this, but I know it was high. I was got to be 60 plus easily.
Go ahead, Everborn.
There's no doubt in my mind.
So I really enjoy the game. I got Ori meets Black Panther vibes. I love the lore. Kay, you and I have talked about this so much. When you're talking about fantasy, there's so much more out there than sort of Western fantasy. And to tell these stories, it feels so fresh while feeling familiar and old in a traditional way. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it feels like they're touching on powerful themes, right? And you feel it in the score of the game. It all kind like the colors, the score, the voice performances, it all kind of touches you in a way that sticks with you. So all that works. Now, I played it on the Steam Deck, and it has not been optimized yet for the Steam Deck. I was going down to like 17 frames a second, right? And that because by default it's on high settings, so I put it down to medium, and you go into certain areas and it doesn't even really make sense because it'll be working fine and then randomly it'll jump down. So I think it's just a matter of they have some
optimizations.
They have some there's optimizations there. I just hope that they specifically target the Steam Deck because if it's like the perfect game for the Steam Deck.
Absolutely.
Especially the Steam Deck OLED with all those colors. Wow. Yes.
Yeah. And the one other issue that I had, and I spoke to you about this already. Okay. I am playing this and I am playing Prince of Persia right now. And I kept using Prince of Persia move sets. And I'm like, with moves I unlocked from Prince of Persia. And I'm like, why isn't he doing this thing here? Right. And I'm like, it's not, my muscle memory has to adapt to this.
Yeah.
And because it's so close in terms of, like it's another
the Metroidvania style. Yes.
Yeah. You feel like you should be able to do all those things just because you're used to doing that. So once I got over that, I was really able to appreciate this for what it was doing. And this is super fast paced. And I love the idea
is
of
amazing.
switching
I love that.
I love the dodge. I was just gonna say that. Like just watching you do it. It is so satisfying, dude, in this game.
Double jump with the dodge. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. I love it.
Get wherever you want to get. I hope the actual game itself gives you those powers that early on in the game too, which I think it does.
See, that's the thing, Retri. Like, and let's talk a little bit about that, because I was talking about it with Everborn, and I do agree with him to a certain extent about that. I'm hoping that this is more a symptom of the demo, because they did throw a lot at you in a very short succession, like a lot, right? And this game, it seems like, oh, it's a Metroidvania, but the stuff that you get to a Metroidvania by and large, and those who watch this show here know we love our Metroidvanias. Shout out to Cookie Cutter and all the others that we've highlighted on here. You know, we love this type of style, but in those games, they dole out this stuff through the course of the game. And this game has different powers, juggling capabilities. They encourage you to juggle. So you use the sun god to throw them up, and then you switch to the moon god and you juggle them up there, and that gives you extra point. Right. Like, there's a lot. Yeah. And they even have like RPG elements where you can add different runes that'll give you further points, and you can add experience points. Yep. There is a lot of systems on display here.
And we also got a special ability already too. I didn't think, like, he already had like the laser beam thing, which is phenomenal. It's so cool, dude.
Right?
I love
you can freeze the water.
The freeze in the water is one of my favorites.
There's so many systems on top of each other, you know?
That's the thing about you know, I mean, maybe there's a lot more powers to get, but when I was playing I almost felt too powerful up front. Yeah, and I kind of wanted it, but again, it's a demo, so I'm not holding that against it. Yes. Right. I want it to, when I'm playing the full game, which I also double dipped on this one already. Like, I already bought it.
I have it on PC, and I also have it on Xbox. Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
I tend to do this with 2D platformers. Sorry, I like to support 2D platformers. Best genre in gaming. Take it to the bank. So
says the man making a 2D platformer. Continue.
Right. What do you want me to say? But I hope that when the full game comes out in April, that it gradually gives you these powers, as opposed to saying you're this powerful up front, because then I just find that you kind of appreciate those powers more when you feel like you earned that power, and now you're using it, and they're introducing it one by one. So it's like you've mastered one, one sort of move set before they give you a new ability. And that's sort of the beauty of most Metroidvanias, and that's why I was saying this is all super dope, but it's a lot to start with.
Yes, I agree, and that's why I think maybe it may be a symptom of the demo. Right, they want to show you what you're gonna get.
That's what I'm wondering too. Yeah, I'm wondering that. I mean, we also got, you haven't got the sun superpower yet. You only got the moon. We only got 2 masks. I have a feeling there's a lot more than that. It could be like wind, earth. Who knows? I don't know what the other mask could be. But I do agree with you. There was a lot, but I think it is a symptom of the demo. Maybe they will baby step it. But I got to tell you, like, everything that they added on, I really liked. Like, it just kind of got better and better for me. So I think this game's gonna be fire. I have a feeling I'm gonna probably do what you guys did and buy it in several different places, because for $18, if this is really gonna come out at $18, this is a steal, dude. This is a steal, in my opinion. If you like these types of games, which I love.
So we're gonna move on, because I know Retri.
I want Dave, to imagine,
have you played this? I don't think you've played this, right, Dave?
$18 and Prince of Persia is $50. I just want people to think about it.
Yeah. Sounds like I'd like to play it though. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
It's quite cool. It's quite cool. It's great. And I love the story. I love the way they really like lean into the, hey, we're not here to be the same. We are our story, our style. We're totally different. It's so good. I love it.
The folklore is very cool. If like you like folklore games, like I love Bramble. I love any folklore type stuff. This is definitely should get your attention if you're into that sort of thing.
And finally, when I finished the demo, those who follow me on Twitter, I did put it out on the socials how much I like it. And Abubakar actually reached out and said he appreciates it. I asked him to be on the show. He says he'll reach out. So this is my self-serving thing of saying, maybe we get him on the show and we could talk more about this game, because that would be freaking awesome. Anyway, we will move quickly along. But yes, if you haven't tried the demo, try the demo. It's very cool. It is very cool. And these are the small experiences from small studios / developers that you want to support, because it counteracts that, homogenous AAA blah, blah, blah. It can still be very cool and come from people that don't make millions of dollars out of nowhere. Like, these are the guys whose dollars, when you give them your dollars, you're actually, contributing to something and maybe keeping their studio around. And just like we talked about Stefano, who created Cookie Cutter, which we've also had on the show, you buying his game directly translates into him eating, right? And those are the ones where I'm like, hey, buy the game, right? It's all good, but everyone should at least give it a shot. I think it's awesome.
Before we move on, do we
Yes,
know
please.
the size of this dev team? I'm a business guy, so always like to know like how large his team is.
I would love to know that as well. Yeah, I would love to know that as well. And since I put it out there that I liked the game, I've been getting certain parts of his team like liking the post. So I saw the coder, I saw some of the art folks, some of so I know it's a small team based out of the UK, because he's based out of the UK. But yeah, I would love to know more about how that team, came together to do this thing. And it's really cool, really, really cool. So yes, self-serving. I want the man on the show. I want to talk to him about his game. I want more people to play this. So check it out and, put it on socials that you like it, because he's out there, he's sweating, he's hoping people like it. He's really, really like going through it. And we love his game. I love this game. I think it's great. It's great. So we will move swiftly along. And because we were talking about Prince of Persia, we will continue down the line of Ubisoft. But first, before I do that, I will say salute to the 133 folks that are already in here. If you haven't hit the like button, please consider doing so. We do this every Saturday, except for the next 2 Saturdays for reasons. Check the beginning of the show for that. But yes, we appreciate y'all being here. Great conversations in the chat already. And let's move on and actually talk about some stories. And the first story is kind of a weird one. I don't know if you guys checked this out. This might have lost a little bit of steam in the press because, well, in the zeitgeist, I would say, because there's a lot has gone on today. But it looks like Insider Gaming, and shout out to Tom Henderson, who always puts out really, really, really well thought out stuff, basically dug through the details and started speaking with members of the Ubisoft team, doing some background research, and it's not good, people. It's not good. Like the title says it all, from low morale to internal tensions, right? And those who have watched this show before, I mentioned my buddy Machano before. He used to work at Ubisoft, and he's actually come on the show and spoke in uncertain details about some of the processes that you go through to get a game greenlit and all of this stuff. And some of that is put on display here in this article. I don't know if you guys checked it out. I'll start with you, Dave. Has this thing caught wind with you? Have you heard of the intricacies here within Ubisoft? It looks like they need some help.
I have not. I have not.
Okay.
No, but I mean, it almost seems to be kind of a global thing right now with the economies and things like that. It's just and unfortunately, some people that are in office that just seem to really try to bleed the people, as it were, and I think that has a lot to do with some of the predicaments gaming companies find themselves in. Not making excuses for them at all.
Yeah.
But you hate to see somebody that people that are so creative having to jump through hoops. It seems like to get things done when they just really want to create something that's enjoyable and can be played and enjoyed by everybody.
Yep.
So
I don't disagree. I definitely don't. How about you, Richard? I mean, it's not surprising because we've seen them on the decline for some time, right? When the whole ABK thing happened and we heard that they were a part of it, we were like, oh, it looks like Microsoft is trying to save them because they needed saving.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah. So I don't know how much of this information caught your attention, but it seems kind of bad, no?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I like that you bring in this subject up because I just did a video on the whole ABK and the layoffs of that and my whole theory behind it and why it was happening. And one of the thoughts in the back of my mind was how the F and hell is Ubisoft not dumped like a bunch of their employees? They're one of the most bloated company. They're probably the most bloated company out of anybody by leaps and bounds. I mean, the last numbers we got from ABK was about 15,000 people. And we know what ABK makes and we know what ABK profits are like. Yep. Ubisoft's on a completely different level, has got over 20,000 employees and wishes they were ABK in profits. Yeah. So I'm sitting here going, just kind of crunching, easy, arithmetic going, how are these guys not going through a round of layoffs? I don't know if, they're trying to do the whole Nintendo thing and keep everyone on like what happened in 2013, which by the way was a completely different situation. So I don't know why people bring that up, but anyways, yeah, it's not apples to apples in that comparison. I saw IGN did, which I wanted to smack it with, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, I can't help myself. Sometimes when you make really bad comparisons, like, oh, I feel bad for all those employees. Like, how dare they get rid of them? Nintendo didn't do this in 2013. I'm like, that was so different. It's not even funny, but okay. So when it comes to this, I think we're gonna see Ubisoft have their round of layoffs this year, and it stinks, man. This is like, we're just talking on a podcast the other day, and I was telling people, like, I don't know if I had kids, I don't know if I would be like, if they were like, Dad, I want to be a video game dev, I'd be like, no. No, it's too volatile. Like, it's a scary environment out there. I feel we're watching people that have 10, 20, 30 years of experience get shown the door. Kind of almost like they're nothing. I don't
my
like
child is going to be a prompt engineer.
Go into engineering. Yeah.
Prompt engineer. You know what a prompt engineer is, right? You tell the AI what to do, it does it.
Right. Yeah. Hey, I'm pro AI, so let's go. Yeah, I prompt AI all the time. It does all kinds of cool stuff for me. But yeah, I think the trend is here. I think COVID is catching up. We saw a lot of these guys like way over hire. ABK is a perfect example of hiring like an extra 6,000 plus people, and just probably went too far with the whole COVID situation. Ubisoft is definitely guilty of this as well. So, and we're seeing like the employees behind the scenes. They're nervous, and I think it's valid. I think they probably should. I'd be nervous, you know what I mean? Absolutely. And what stinks is you just don't know who's going to get it. In normal, business situations, it's usually the guy who just came in the door recently.
First in, first out. Yeah.
First in, first out, and that's not the case anymore. People it's either first in, first out, or the guy who's been there forever because
that's it. It's first in, last out.
Costs you the most amount of money.
Exactly. Because the last one is the one with the hugest wallet. At that
exactly.
Yes.
Yep. And you're like, so your whole, that whole, staying loyal, loyalty. Don't mean nothing. I'll tell you this right now, guys, a little bit of advice. Do not stay loyal to companies. Jump as many times as you can because your pay will go up because they will get rid of you. They don't care. Like if you're affecting their bottom line, they'll get rid of your ass. So I say jump ship as many times as you can. Plus Forbes did an article on this about loyalty and how it never actually pays out for the worker.
Ooh, it sounds like you're having a conversation about a different topic than myself and Everborn have been talking about, but I will let Everborn continue this one. It doesn't pay to be loyal. What do you think, Everborn? What do you think of this whole situation? And if you're speaking, sir, you're on mute. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, we don't hear you, sir. Mr. Saga, are you there?
He's playing AR right now.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, we hear you now. Yes. So Red Tree is advising our wonderful audience to not be loyal to any company.
I'm getting I got a situation happening. Hang on. Let me fix my technical situation.
Okay. Oh yeah, fix your technical situation. But I guess
get ready to turn his camera on.
Yeah, please do. The reason why I equate that analogy is so there's been that background conversation about we were loyal to Xbox and now it looks like they're taking their games out. I'm like, you're loyal. you being loyal means you're a sheep. Stop being loyal. There's no loyalty to anything. Anything. Loyalty is always betrayed. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. They need your loyalty because that's where the wallet is. But eventually when they recognize that you are no longer what they need, your loyalty is thrown in bushes, as they always do. Right. And then you feel so betrayed. So maybe don't be loyal to things. I'm just saying. But yes. Everborn, since you're having some technical issues, we'll come back to this. But yeah, in general, I have to say, I really hope.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, okay. What were you going to say?
All
Go ahead.
I don't know what I was going to say because I was in the VR thing and I jumped in virtual desktop and then it took over the audio.
Yeah,
and so when I took off the headset, it was still in the thing, even though I turned off the headset and I had to go back into VR to turn off virtual. See, this wouldn't happen on the Vision Pro. I'm just saying.
Well, no, not for 5 times the price.
Yeah, for 5K. 5Ks, Tim Cook will come and press the button for you. It's fine.
Hello. I'm going to throw a pause on that one. All right,
yes, you should.
On the play,
but yes, what do you think about Retri saying and his advocating that your problem is being loyal to the company?
Okay, Retri you're doing it again, Sir Keosante. Retri is talking about people's work, professional lives, and how companies will use you up and throw you away like a used condom.
Yes.
And
wow,
you should not feel loyalty to a corporation that you work for.
But it's okay to feel loyalty to a piece of plastic.
Can I finish, sir? Because you are trying to turn this into something else. You're trying to turn this into
I got my coffee on, man. I got my coffee in.
No. You are trying to turn this into the why do you care if Xbox games go everywhere?
I'm poking the bear, sir. Continue.
Talking about, well, the bear is poked.
Yes, I can tell.
How about that?
Go ahead.
Cocaine bear. All right. So the thing is, I have been preaching this for years. Start your side hustles. They're using you, right? To make money. Use them. Use what you learn from them. Use the money you make to invest in yourself. If you are investing in a company that you work for more than you are investing in yourself, you're doing it wrong. Right? Use the money that they're paying you to go and focus towards learning what you need to learn in order to start your own thing. Put your destiny in your own hand. Absolutely. Listen, the nature of capitalism is exploiting resources, right? And I don't mean that in a bad way, right? When you exploit resources,
sometimes it gets bad, but
use them to make more money than they cost you. Now, as an employee, you are a resource, hence you are being exploited, right? And this is not to say eat the rich down with capitalism. I am telling you to be a capitalist. Right? Capitalize
do what they do.
Partake. Do what they do. Exactly.
Yes. Do to them what they do to you. And the moment they are no longer useful to you, be out. Because they will do the same to you.
You owe them nothing. Don't let the smiles get to you. Don't let the, oh my God, I'm going to leave them high on dry on this project. They will
team building exercises, the whole 9. Yeah, no. Yes.
So
I completely agree. 100%.
100%. And that has nothing to do with this whole Xbox third party thing. Not PlayStation.
But Sarah Bond is my friend.
Yeah, but they love me. They'll make sure I'm taken care of.
Phil liked my tweet, Everborn. Get out of here.
I don't feel like that tweet about the handheld. I was paying attention.
Yeah, we were paying attention to that for sure.
That's true. That's true.
So we will move on from this story. We'll move on from this story, but I will end it here. And I know Dave just stepped away for a moment. When he comes back, we'll chat with him. But I will end it this story by saying, let's just hope that Ubi's around in like 10 years. I really want them to continue to succeed.
Well, I mean, Microsoft can't say them thanks to our good friends in the UK.
Yes. So they have to make, but on the plus side of the house, you hear this sad news, and then they release Prince of Persia. Yes, wrongly priced, but an amazing game. hopefully, you know, they're getting back on the right track. More people play it and they realize, hey, maybe we should shift our focus, and that would keep them around longer. I'm just praying that they don't go away, you know? It's just too unfortunate that that's the world we live in today, where you have to, you know, pay attention to stuff like that, right? And, you know, it's a scary place to be. Scary place to be. You know, this is the times where all of our old heroes are passing and moving on. Shout out, rest in peace to Carl Winters, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Carl Weathers.
Weathers.
Oh. Jackson.
Yes. Action Jackson himself. Yes. The first movie I was not supposed to watch, and I watched when I was 12.
Right.
12 I watched.
Action Jackson, do yourself a favor. Watch that.
It's that immediately.
It's not about Rocky. It's not about Mandalorian. Watch Action Jackson.
Action Jackson. And don't watch with your kids, because I should not have watched that when I was 12. Heck no. But he is my hero since that day. Like, I was 12 when I watched that movie. But yes, rest in peace to that man. It was hard news for me to hear this week. That was so unfortunate. But yes, let us move on to other stories. In a weird twist, Carl Winters is the stunt double on Rocky IV. Thank you there, Paris. I appreciate you, sir. Yes. Yeah.
You call the man Carl Winslow. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I didn't say Winslow. That's even worse. I said Winters.
Either way,
it's Weathers.
Got it wrong. Yeah.
Well, technically, Weathers. Weather.
Oh, Weathers.
Winter. Anyway. Yes.
Yes, that's true. You're in the realm. Yeah.
I was in the realm. That's right. Let us move on to a very unusual story that had some odd twists and turns. I don't know if you guys care about this, but I saw this and I was like, huh? So Tencent is trying to buy Dungeons and Dragons.
Good luck.
Really?
Well, it's a very strange story, and I'll tell you why there's back and forth on this. Because when they first reported it, people were like, oh, this has to be like fake news. This can't be real. We don't want Tencent anywhere near them. You know, worst case scenario, give Larian the shot, because obviously Larian used Dungeons and Dragons for Baldur's Gate 3 and all of this. And then I throw the nugget of information that most people don't know, that Larian is owned 30% by Tencent. Right?
Got him.
And oh, by the way, they're using Larian as an like the emissary to go and inquire as to, you know. Yeah. So I'm like, this might be one of those interesting situations. And Dungeons and Dragons has its fingers in so many pies. Even if you don't know that you're playing a Dungeons and Dragons game, in many respects, you owe a lot of this stuff to that Dungeons and Dragons IP. RPGs have a fundamental basis in Dungeons and Dragons. So I can understand that people get a little nervous when they hear this, Tencent being who Tencent is in the zeitgeist. Dave, you're back. Did you hear this? And if you didn't, what is your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I actually heard about this one, and I mean, there's the Lord of the Rings franchise, and you know, all of its properties were up for sale, and they've been purchased. So you know, Star Wars have been purchased. So why can't D&D be purchased? I mean, I didn't. You know, there's a lot of details to work out, I'm sure, and it depends on the degree of the ownership of the property, as far as if you have full dominant control, but is there already maybe some certain rights that are, you know, owned by, kind of like Spider-Man with Marvel, you know what I mean?
Like movies versus like
exactly.
Games. There's video games, there's board games. Are they getting all right?
To your point about the Dungeons and Dragons, the Lord of the Rings comparison,
Lord of the Rings
didn't Embracer Group buy the IP, but there's questions about they only get the game rights, they don't get the movie rights. Like it's mushy middle there, that you don't just get everything, you get certain pieces if you negotiate. So yeah, it will be interesting to see that. I think from what I heard, the initial fear was who's purchasing them. What do you think of that?
Well, I mean, they own a lot, that is for sure. But I mean, I don't know if it's up for sale. I mean, unless somebody can come in and make a better offer, I don't see. I mean, I don't see any regulation or any way to stop it from happening, other than the people that are selling it thinking, we want more money, you know, kind of thing. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. and this is just because I want to understand what place this is coming from. Why does everybody get so weirded out about Tencent?
Tencent, yes, that's a good question.
Right? It's if they buy anything, it's not like they're gonna make anything exclusive anywhere. So you wouldn't lose anything, right? In terms of exclusivity. Is it just because it's like, you know, the Red Scare there, it's China and people are like, well, I don't know, so I don't trust it. Like where does that come from when we hear Tencent's gonna buy something, so we start?
That's what I would think.
You know what I mean? And is Tencent anything
that's why I refuse to use TikTok. Screw that thing.
Well, there's a lot of people on TikTok complaining about Tencent that I find hilarious. That's why I'm asking you.
No, that's too funny.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not trying to be political or
that
anything
way.
like that, but it's just that you know, as far as are they trustworthy or whatever, I don't know.
I think it's because they're like Microsoft. It's the same reason Microsoft gets crap every time they sneeze. They're the big bad. Tencent is the big bad not tech company, but company that swallows everything. You know what I mean? It's like a black hole of anytime you turn around, like, oh, this might be acquired. Oh, wait, no, Tencent has X percentage in it, which by the way means nothing. I'm really tired of hearing people say that. Just because you own 10% of something does not mean it can't get acquired.
Well, hold on. Let me say something though, Retri, because this is the reason I'm asking about Tencent, right? Tencent owns 30% of Larian. Right? Has Larian put out a bad or censored game? Right?
Well, certainly not
they
censored.
own some percentage of From Software. Is From Software putting out bad games? So
No.
where does the fear come from? Because it's not. I don't know that we can.
They
really
own pieces of Riot Games. They have some money in Epic. They have, you know,
so
everything.
Can we actually say, like, from do we have empirical evidence that Tencent?
I do have one piece of evidence for that purpose.
Put out worse games.
So
you're not going to lose
evidence.
access, and we can't prove that they're worse.
I was just going to say it's not necessarily game quality as it is. They're on your computer, they're on your system, and
and every game gets telemetry, every game pulls your data.
Talking like security wise. Okay, I hear you.
They have access to your information.
So that's one super valid concern, and here's another one. You asked for evidence of them using their influence in a negative way. You don't have too many pieces of evidence of that, but you do have evidence of that during one of these tournaments that Epic was running, and one of the and please chat, keep me honest, I only remember broad strokes, but I can dig through it if you guys need me to. But basically, long story short, one of the contestants did not like some of the political back and forth in China, you know, versus Tibet and then all of that. And because they were on an Epic stage, and of course Epic is kind of, strings are a little bit pulled by Tencent to a small extent, they kind of made a sacrificial lamb of the guy because Tencent told them to, and it was a big thing, right? These are the things that,
but the NBA does this all the time, because, ladies and gentlemen, sports are like video games.
Here they go. Stop it.
Oh, it came back around. Good for you.
But you know, those are the fears that people tend to have. But I do agree with you, Everborn, that the fear seems to be more galvanizing than the actual than at least what we've seen reported as to the result. Yeah. I do see some of that, but
it's a little.
It is healthy fear.
I think it's slightly unfounded. It's unfounded when it comes to the quality as a customer and what you're getting. But I do kind of agree to like what Dave's point. There's like security issues. There's like sharing of information and just being the big bad. But
hey, you see,
I see him.
Paris
I
in the
see
chat.
him.
He's
I
ready.
see him.
Bring him in.
See, the problem though is, let me make sure I have.
Mm-hmm.
Can I account for him in my list here? I might be able to. Well, give me a moment.
Drop me if you need to.
No. We're not dropping anybody. I'll bring him in. Give me a minute, Paris. Let's see if I can get you in here. But yes,
love it.
So
the only thing saving you is K Asante right now, Paris.
What are we doing here? Huh? You want to start this 5-hour battle? I am not going to put my standing desk down.
Because because Paris has been going at
No.
Sonic this whole time. And
Well, but Sonic is fair game, sir. Sonic is fair game. What are you talking about? Sonic is fair game.
His precious sports.
I see that. You're really trying to go after his precious sports here, and we'll get into it. We will 100%. We will. Paris, I will send you something, but let's get through some of this stuff first while I work in the background to incorporate Paris to the show, and then I'll send him the invite. He'll be here, so don't worry about it. Just relax. You guys really want to do this today, so we're gonna do it. But okay, so is this fear something that will debilitate the process, or do we think it's a foregone conclusion? Now, obviously, Wizard of the Coast goes, "Oh, the reports are denied. It's not happening." It always happens that way. You know,
thank you, Kay.
Yeah.
That means nothing because they denied it. They'll deny it every time till it happens.
Yes.
So I don't know. There could be something to this.
That's
Like,
what Sega's saying not now.
Bingo. Exactly.
So okay, we'll move on from this one, but yes, we'll talk about the sports thing. Give it a minute. Give it a minute. Another story I wanted to talk about.
Snacks.
Yes, another story I wanted to talk about, which I don't know who cares or how important this is, but I thought it was pretty notable. Supermassive Games, which by the way, they're putting out a PS5. Is that Supermassive from Until Dawn, right? They're putting out a PS5 version, and the Quarry and all of that. Yes, Until Dawn, the Quarry, all those really high polished, if you will, walking sims, like right?
Yeah.
But they're super
I
polished,
like those
super
walking
awesome.
sims.
Yes, they are some of the best games to play at a party. It's amazing, right? And you're trying to save people and all this. After 15 years, the co-founder steps down. And oh, by the way, they're releasing an Until Dawn PS5 remake. I'm just like, head scratcher. I don't know. What do we think of this? It just left me with that, that meme where he goes, and then the question marks all come around him. That's what it left me with. I don't know, man. Is this not much to do about nothing, or are we starting to see them?
I think you put this out to gauge the interest in a sequel.
But I guess my question, the reason why I pose it this way is, people put it out, like PlayStation puts it out, right? There was a little bit of backlash saying, hey, I better at least get a $10 upgrade fee. If it's a full version, people ain't buying it, stuff like that. And then this dude also leaves. Are we about to see Supermassive become part of PlayStation Studios?
No.
You don't think so? Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. So this was just much to do about nothing. It just left me very, very confused. It was very odd. I don't know why. Dave, what are your thoughts?
Buy this game if you want a sequel to Until Dawn.
What do you think?
I kind of heard that there was, there's several posts that have been about this, that they were kind of, they wanted to make a number 2, and apparently, Sony was, what's quickest, easiest thing for us to get something out would be to do an update. Yep. And that is one of the reasons why he left, was because he was ready to go full on a sequel and was ready to go, put time and investment into it. And Sony wasn't willing to invest in it, and he felt like that he was being ignored, and basically they were setting up for a cash grab, and he was wanting to,
he wanted to move on,
and the creativity, and bring out the story and the lore more. That's from what I've seen from some other people that have made comments, ex-devs, that kind of thing, here and there, sprinkled in throughout the X community. Whether it's all true or not, but it does. That
is a super interesting take. It sounds plausible.
A little watered.
Yeah, absolutely. That's interesting. Wow. You see, I hadn't thought of it that way, because you'd think, hey, that's his studio, right? He's the co-founder, right? How is it that PlayStation can make determinations and then he leaves? But hey, they keep the purse strings, right? That's tough. That's a tough call.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a tough call. What do you think, Retri?
Honestly, I don't know. I haven't looked too much into this. I mean, it is a little, it's a little odd that both, it'd be one thing if it was like one co-founder, but but it's 2 of them. I feel like something's happening here, whether they're just, disagreeing with Sony on what to do next, or if it's something else. You know, I don't always like to jump on like because every single time anyone of any relevance leaves, we like to jump on the conspiracy theory like Mikey
Come on now,
Ibarra, like,
come on, Retri. We have a tinfoil Koofy here just for conspiracy theories, sir. That's what we here for.
But this one, well, I'm kind of leaning toward. I mean, this one feels like something's going on, like behind the scenes that we're not seeing. Probably to what Dave just said. Yeah. You know, disagreement on going forward. I don't like. I love Until Dawn. Do not like that it's getting a remaster. I don't care if it's being done by a different team. It's too soon. It's too soon. So I really like the Koryav Until Dawn. Though these are only two that I've played. I believe from Supermassive. Those games I really love. I know they're walking simulators, but they're done really well. Super fun.
Yeah, they're great.
The stories are very, you know, 1980s horror campy type stuff, which I love. So great games, but yeah, it feels like something's up. Like where there's smoke, there's kind of fire maybe in this situation. But I don't know enough about it, but I tend to agree with Dave on this one. So I guess, you know.
So, Mr. Everborn Saga, I will let you close this out. What are your thoughts, sir?
I just think if you want a sequel to this game, I don't think that this is about them becoming first party or anything. Okay. And people leave all the time, right? Like
people leave all the time, B. Go ahead.
Yeah, like he probably getting ready to start his own studio, and then he'll pull a Kojima, and then it'll be like like Until Dawn 2 without the name.
It'll be Waiting Till Moonrise, or
no, it'll call it Until Dusk, right?
The until could be, you know.
Yes, right. So
just like Kojima's creating Aloy Machinery, which is other word for Metal Gear.
Right. So that's the thing. But you know, check the game out, I guess. I don't really haven't.
No, it's a fun game, man. I don't know if people haven't played it yet or not. It's pretty darn cool. Like I wasn't really like super interested in it as a single player narrative thing, but you're with a bunch of friends. You know, you don't even have to pass the controller around. You know, talk about who's gonna save who, how to do it. It's a very fun game.
I have a just completely unrelated question.
Yeah.
Has anyone here ever played Outlast?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
Okay, so my son was asking me yesterday to play it. He's a grown man, by the way. He's 22 years old.
Yes, sir.
He was like, he wants me to play it just to see if it's gonna get me to jump.
It will.
It will. 100% it will.
Outlast
no,
is a scary ass game.
See, as the alpha in the house.
Oh, here you go.
Not be seen to be scared. So,
Jesus.
No, because listen, you will understand this as your son grows up. And I don't know, Dave. I don't know if you have any sons, and I don't know how.
Sons. Yes, he has.
Yes, I do.
It is an exercise of them trying to surpass you at every point.
Yeah.
And you can never get caught lacking.
So don't play it then.
Do not. I am not going to be in the business of looking like I'm scared in front of that young man.
Yeah, do not play that game, Everborn. I don't care how brave you are. It will get you. Do not play that game.
Man,
Make up any excuse you can. Do not play that game.
I'm not scared. What you talking about?
Can we get Paris in here, please?
Oh Lord, here we go. Yes.
You don't know what you're in for, but you're gonna see.
So okay. So we'll leave this one alone as well. But I guess the pro tip is when your children get older, you have to become Superman, because God forbid you are shown to have emotions. Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Now I'm not looking forward to my son getting older. This sucks.
I'm telling you, everything he does, he will surpass you. Once he beats you in like COD or Halo or Street Fighter, it's over. That's the beginning of the end of your chapter.
I mean, my 4-year-old beat Mario Wonder before I did. He beat it twice before I beat it once. So
yeah,
that wasn't in a competition versus you though. So that's
true. That wasn't a competition.
It is.
I mean, in my own head, I was like, damn, man, that homie is he's beating me left and right over here. You know. But okay, I see your point. Okay, let us move on. And what I will say, Paris, the invite is in the chat, sir. Go in the DM, sir. If you want to bring yourself to this firing squad, sir, bring yourself to it.
Hey, he's got some people on his side.
Oh no, he does. I'll just go get the popcorn and I'll just sit back and it will be what it is.
Lawrence Fishburne from the dojo, and he's saying, "Come on."
Okay. Well, all right.
And Paris, just to throw this at the Paris real quick, we've invited him on our show. He has an open invitation. Anytime he wants to come on,
absolutely,
he can jump right
great
in.
show. Yes,
yep.
absolutely.
And we love Paris. He's awesome.
We have chatted about all this negative news here and there a little too much, and I will get Paris in here. But let us move on a little bit and talk interesting stuff about potentials. Because this week we also heard that PlayStation might be getting into the handheld gaming space. Oh boy. But of course, before we continue, I will tell people to please hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Consider subscribing if you have not done so. We love having y'all here on a great Saturday morning. And of course, we're going to get the man in here. Ladies and gentlemen, he's not here yet, but Paris Lily will be here momentarily. So
he said, "Give him 2 minutes and leave him with his camera on."
Oh yeah, I left him with his camera on. He'll be back.
So mean. He's
not there yet. No, he's not there yet. Yes,
the camera until he comes back. That's not nice.
My bad.
Disrespectful. He's like, he just leaves.
I'm being disrespectful. Okay, fine. I'll drop him back down until he's ready. I'll drop him back down until he's ready. Calm down. See, now y'all made me ruin my whole setup. See, look at this. All right, where is this thing again? Oh, see,
we're all about running stuff.
Unprofessionalness that I am, but okay, he'll be back soon. Let's talk about this thing. Everborn Saga, you have been on my train. We have been advocating for this handheld gaming world for a while now because it seems like it's on the edge, but the closer it comes into full frame, it's going to bring some changes that people are potentially going to love, right? It's going to be this unique world, right? And now it looks like PlayStation saw that and went, we might want to get into this game ourselves. Sir, what is your top of the dome thoughts at the idea that PlayStation's in early development?
I love it. Well, I will be pissed off if PlayStation gets to a handheld before Xbox, as long as we've been asking Xbox for a handheld. But I think this is great. Like, I have, as I've just, my gaming habits have transitioned to, and I keep singing the Steam Deck's praises, right? Because
who is now spending them game bucks, ladies and gentlemen? I was accused of spending many a game buck, but now it looks like Everborn Game Buck Saga is here. Continue, sir.
I am a very busy guy. I got businesses to run. I got things to do. So usually the time that I get to play, is that a Steam Deck OLED?
No, this is the standard Steam Deck, sir. This is not the OLED.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see about that. But again, and this is about PlayStation. I'm just trying to explain how my gaming habits have changed. Usually I'll do my gaming in bed at night, right? Next to the missus. And if you know the Xbox controller, it sounds like someone's tap dancing when you press those buttons.
Clickiest of clickiest bastards. Right? Yes, indeed.
I have woken up the missus more times than I can count to the dirty looks. And again, I could go and play in another room because I have multiple Xboxes, but I find it so much more advantageous to just play a AAA game or a AA game right there on the Steam Deck, especially if it's a game that has cross save, and that has been the last 4 games I played. Right now, it is Prince of Persia, has cross save through UB Connect. Before that, I was playing Baldur's Gate, again, cross save. Before that, I was playing Diablo, again, cross save. Before that, I was playing Starfield. So when, like, this to me is the future of gaming. So and again, that's happening through me buying games twice and things like that. Double dipping.
My work here is done, ladies and gentlemen. But continue, yes.
But if Sony does this and it spurs on Microsoft to do it and things like that.
Uh-oh. Did I lose you, Everborn? I don't hear him. Actually, this might be my problem, ladies and gentlemen. Forgive me, I switched to a different place. It might be my problem. Hold on. Let's see. Let's make sure. Because yes, unprofessional Asante, which I had to adapt. Forgive me. Y'all wanted this. Y'all wanted this firing squad. I'm bringing it together, but that means I have to adapt on the fly, and you guys are gonna have to adapt to me. Give me one moment, please. Here. Oh, darn it. This might not be quick and easy. Oh, it's not working easily. Let me switch back. Give me just a moment, please. Forgive me, because this thing's not working. Damn it. All right, hold on one second here. Give me one moment, Paris. I may have to bring it back. Give me just a moment. And he's sitting there going, yes, I'm gonna continue drinking my tea while I let you sort out the damage, and then I'll come and deal with this. Okay, can you hear me now? Guys, speak. If anybody's speaking, I can't hear you, so please speak. Oh, no, yeah. See, they can hear me, but I can't hear them. This is the problem. Lord help us. All right, hold on. Yeah, I think I ruined my connection by adapting this thing. But this is what happens when we try to adapt. Give me one moment, ladies and gentlemen. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Or is my headphones dead? That could also be what's going on. Give me a minute. See? This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you can't hear me. Can you guys hear me, ladies and gentlemen? 1 2 1 2. Let me get the chat in on here. By the way, chat, can you hear them? If you can hear them, I can't hear them. This is what happens when I make on the fly changes. So if you can hear them, microphone check, let me know you can hear them. Then this is probably just my problem alone. Let's see. K ruining everything. Yes, yes. Can you guys hear them, ladies and gentlemen? We cannot hear anyone other than K Asante. See, there you go. Because yeah, this is what happens with OBS when you try to make changes on the fly. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. This tends to happen sometimes. So hold on, let me see here. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Headphones. Yeah, see, it's not capturing it's not capturing the audio channel that these folks would be able to hear you on. And now we're screwed. Son of a, oh, this sucks. See, this is what happens. Yes, you all can only hear me because for some reason, y'all can't hear them anymore because OBS has chosen to be fantastic and drop their audio. Great, 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 great. Ah, there we go. Okay, so let us try this again. Oh, I know what it is. It's my headphones. It's disconnected from the headphones. So I'm gonna have to do this again. Forgive me, folks. These are the breaks. This is what happens. We're gonna do this on the fly. Let's see if this works. Yep. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, we're gonna see if this works. If it doesn't, this will be interesting. All right, but you all can still hear me, so hopefully this works. Oh my goodness, we're doing this live, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing it live. But okay, we'll see if this works. All right, so we did that. Headphones, where is my headphones? Ooh, hold on here. I actually saw that. Okay, so let me one more time. Let's see here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fantastic. Okay, good. Now, let me see if I can get this working here. Y'all see me do this live. So this is what happens. Let's see. Headphones. There we go. Okay. All right. Microphone check 1 2. Can you hear me? Nope. I still cannot hear you guys. This is amazing. This is great. This is gonna be great. You guys. Yep, that's terrible. See, you can hear them, but you can't hear me. Oh, this is great. Fantastic. Fantastic. See? This is what happens when we do on the fly changes, folks. This is what happens. I apologize. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Try again. People speak. Still can't hear them. This is just fantastic. Okay. Well, we might have to break the show and then go straight to StreamYard straight. Then I will get rid of OBS altogether. That may be how we thread this needle. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, OBS is not to be changed in the middle of it, clearly. So I may have to just pull an audible and do that real quick. I apologize. This is how it may have to go down because I can't hear them. They can hear me. Can you guys hear me, by the way? You can hear me, yes, but the chat can't hear you and I can't hear you. So yeah, this is how it goes down. Apologies. All right, so if that's the case, oh yeah, can't hear anybody. All we can hear is K. So okay, what I will do is this. Okay, in this chat, I'm gonna shut this one down. In this same chat, I will put the link to the show, which we will switch to, and then we'll be right back. I apologize. This is what happens. Paris shows up, comes for the firing squad, and then we break the damn show. But we want to have that smoke, and we're gonna have that chat. So I'm gonna put down the invite to all the folks who want to jump in, and we will all be right back. So for now, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna end this show, and I'm gonna put the next link in the show notes so you guys can connect there. So hopefully you can hear it because I can't. We're dropping the show right now. Here we go.
Nice to be in orbit.